Hey guys, so welcome back to another detail, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at a Mark II Ford Escort from 1979. Now this one is something a little bit different. It's being built to a Group 4 rally spec. It's also had an engine transplant as well to a 2.5 litre Duratec engine running around about 320 brake horsepower and a 0-60 of about 3.5 seconds. Also, we're going to be detailing this with just juicy detailing products. So first of all, thank you very much to Jay for sending out some products to me. And here we're just starting off with some all-purpose cleaner all over the car, all over the wheels. It's been sat under a cover for probably about a year now, and it's only done 4,000 miles since it was built. So it's not overly bad in terms of dust and swirls and scratches. However, you will see in a moment there are some areas that really do need some attention. So yeah, I'm just going to go around and spray the entire lower parts of the car and the wheels with the all-purpose cleaner just to soften up the dirt and grime that has accumulated over the last 2 years of this owner's ownership, basically. And once that's had a little bit of time to sit and dwell on there, as you can see, we're just going to pressure wash everything off. So that's the first thing you want to do in pretty much all details anyway, is get off the surface dirt with just some water and a little bit of pressure. As I say, I know I'm using the all-purpose cleaner, but it has been sat there gathering dust for 18 months or so. So yeah, it does need a little bit of chemical help, but on your day-to-day car, always hit it with just some high-pressured water to begin with. So as regular viewers know, then I like my dedicated wheel cleaners without iron removers in them. And again, I'm just going to say this one more time, this car has been sat like undriven for 18 months, so it's just light dirt and dust and grime on there. In fact, this car was delivered to me on the back of a flatbed because it had a dead battery. Anyway, I'm going to get in there and clean these wheels. I really like these wheels. I think they really suit the car, really match the style of the 80s, really. I know it's a 1979 car, but it was around in the 80s a lot. Quite easy to clean up, and you can see the dirt and grime coming off there in all the runoff solution there. Of course, give the tyres a clean. Now, I know, quite funny, these are race tyres. They are Toyo 888, so if I remember rightly, or 888s I think is the tyre on them. So they're like a semi-slick street legal road tyre. So yeah, dressing race tyres is a bit weird, but anyway, we're going to be doing that at the end of the video. But first of all, let's give these lovely gold wheels a good clean up first. We are then going to hit it next up with some iron fallout remover just before we apply the snow foam. It was quite a warm day, so we're going to be using the Arctic Wipeout, again from Juicy Details, and this is mixed at a dilution ratio of 10:1, so that's 10 parts water to 1 part product. So we'll let the snow foam sit there just for a few minutes, and whilst that's dwelling away, we'll go around with some all-purpose cleaner and a detailing brush and get into all the nooks and crannies and get the built-up accumulated dirt out of there. Onto the wash stage then, and we're going to be using the Gloss Bathe. You only need a couple of capfuls for this, so just a couple of capfuls into 20 litres of water, or roughly 20 litres of water. And then I like to dip the pressure washer in just to generate some extra suds. It just looks cool, why not? But no, seriously though, add a few extra suds, it does help encapsulate the dirt and lift it away from the paintwork as you are cleaning, therefore eliminating any unnecessary swirl marks. So if you're new to detailing, then as always, start off with the windows first. And again, fun fact here, other than the front window screen, which was actually a modified heated window screen, the side and rear windows are some sort of plastic composite perspex windows, so made to be as lightweight as possible and for some serious track action or off-road rally action somewhere. So we're going to go around the entire car here and just, as I said, work methodically. That's always the way I suggest. So windows first and then top down. So I like to do the bonnet and roof first and then just work around the car, working your way down to the very bottom. And for the absolute bottom parts of the car, use a separate wash mitt for that. So whilst we go ahead and dry the car down, I'd just like to say once again a quick thank you to Jay at Juicy Details for sending out these products for me to test and review for you guys. As always, this is not a paid video, it's not sponsored in any way, shape or form, it's just some products sent to me to give my thoughts on for you guys. If you are interested, you can purchase these direct from Juicy Details at juicy-details.co.uk or from a reseller such as Clean and Shiny. So we'll finish drying the car and we'll get back to the detail shortly. Right, so that's car all washed then and Decon. Just dried it off. I'm just going to get ready to polish out some of these rough areas on the paintwork. So as I said earlier, initially it was coming in for the whole weekend, get a full polish and ceramic, but yeah, he's decided to sell this car now, so it's only here for a day. I'm just going to spruce up what we can. So quickly show you some of the areas I spotted the other week when I went to go and take a quick look at it. We'll start just here. So all this wheel arch is a little bit knackered. It's all scuffed to hell. See if we can get that in for you. We've got a big mark here, big scratch there as well. So we'll try and get that out later on. What else we got? There's nothing we can do about the door handles. So this side, this is one of the main areas. If I can get this in for you, I don't think I'm going to show it just yet. He's done some repair work here, so you can see it looks a bit flat and that's shiny. So he's sanded this down. I just need to polish this back up, all up the arch as well, just here. You can kind of see my reflection's not amazing. Try and get in. You can see it all down here. So just this area, front onwards, is all been sanded. So we need to sort that out. And what else we got? Another random scratch there, if you can see it. I'm not sure, we'll pick that up later. And then there was a couple of scratches on the roof. But yeah, that's pretty much it really. It's not too bad. After all, it is a 1979 car. It has been resprayed and rebuilt. But yeah, and it is what it is. It's a Group 4 rally build car, so it's some people will try and keep these pristine and have them look good for shows and all of that good stuff. Some people just want to go fast and maybe take on track days and spirited drives, so that's what we've got here. So let's see what else we've got from Juicy. So we've used that. That's the Bathe. What else have we got? Excuse all the mess in here. Let's crank the light up. So we've done pre-wash. Got quite a few trim products. So we've got glass tyre, got gel trim, excuse me, rain aid glass sealant. We've got matte trim for interior, which I'm not going to be using on this car. Easy bead sealant and a quick detailer. So we need a polish to fill. We are going to be using a filler polish because, of course, that's how we're going to get the best results. I'm going to use something with a bit of cut. obviously for the wet sanded areas. Probably dig out the udos for that as well. Anyway, enough talking, let's get on with it. Okay, so we're onto the detail then now. Here, this is by far the worst area of the vehicle. I'm not 100% sure what's exactly happened to this front wing, but the owner has gone ahead and basically resprayed it, fixed whatever's happened and gone ahead and resprayed that. And I must say, done a pretty good job on the colour matching. He's then also flattened it, as you can see, and this is one of the main things he's asked me to do, is to bring back the shine in that. So basically reduce the sanding marks. Now really what I probably should have done, thinking about it, watching this video, I should have gone ahead and maybe hit this with some 3,000 or 4,000 grit sandpaper on the DA. But yeah, I totally forgot. In the end, I only had this car for a day instead of the initial plan 2 days. Maybe I would have done it had I had it longer. So just hit it with some compound and just trying to bring that shine back. As you can see, it's not 100% perfect. However, at least there is some sort of reflection. It is back. You can barely tell, and that's being a bit optimistic. But yeah, it's nowhere near as bad, and it's definitely not noticeable like it was before. There's also a few other light scuffs and scratches around the car which we're going to be tackling. The next one's being on the rear passenger side wheel arch. Again, I don't know exactly what's happened there. There's quite a lot of scuffing and could have caught a hedge or something like that. It looks like that could have been possible. But once again, the small DA with some cutting compound made quite light work of those. So onto the rest of the car then. Out came the udos from Lake Country. I love this tool. It's absolutely amazing machine. It's a 5-in-1 machine polisher with 3 different orbits in DA mode. You've got a rotary setting and also a sanding mode as well, which I guess technically makes it a 4th orbit. It's just 8mm. I think the others are 12, 15 and 21mm orbits, if I remember correctly. And we've paired this up with a Lake Country polishing pad as well, the orange SDO. I believe that's the SDO, if I remember the correct pad lineup. And Turtle Wax's Renew polish. Well, I thought if you're using a classic car, you might as well use a classic polish. This polish has a little bit of cut and it also has a little bit of filling capabilities. Once again, I've just got this car for a single day, so where I can't quite get all the correction done, at least I can apply a little bit of filling agents to them as well. It's also worth noting that this car is soon going to be up for sale, so if this is something that interests you, stick around until the end and I'll get you some more details. God, it's warm. It's absolutely baking. So all the polishing's done. Basically we use the small DA and the 3D car care polish just to sort out the arch there and the flat sanding marks on the other side, and then just whiz around with some classic turtle wax renew polish. Thought classic product for a classic car, just to revive the paintwork a little bit. As I said, I've only got it for today, so it's not like a full correction. So next up then, we're going to be doing the trim work, tyres, glass and some spray sealant. We'll just have a quick look around all those. So, and yes, I'm aware that these are kind of like race tyres, so they've probably never seen dressing in their life. Same with the spoiler, in fact, probably never seen a drop of dressing, so that'll get some on. And then yeah, it's going to be some sealant just to try and basically protect the shine a little bit, sort the windows out because they look a mess, and yeah, I don't know what else really, sort that out. Whoops. So that's pretty much it. So yeah, let's crack on with the dressings and get this car finished and look at the end results. With the polishing stage all done then, the car was quickly attracting dust and needed a wipe down, so we used Juicy Detail's very quick detailer. It's a simple spray on wipe off kind of job, and then just flip the cloth over onto a nice clean dry side just to buff it up to a high shine. You could pretty much end your detail at that. So if you've got a car that's well protected, it's already been polished, and you're just doing a maintenance wash, then this is the kind of product you would use to finish the job. Or maybe if you're a tender show, just rock up, grab this out your boot, spray it on, buff it off, and jobs are good. Of course, we're still mid-detail. So once the car has been given a full wipe down, we're onto the gel trim. So we're using this on a lot of the rubbers and plastic trim work, and especially like the rear spoiler. It's a weird kind of material. It's not quite rubber, it's a bit foam-like, it's very porous, it's not plastic. I genuinely don't know what that rear spoiler was made out of. Maybe someone can let me know in the comments below. But anyway, this gel trim really worked wonders on that, and it soaked it up. So I think I actually did about 2 coats. So here you can see the first coat and a nice 50-50 on how that looked before and after. And then at the end of the detail, I gave it another coat just to make sure it was all even and all had a even appearance all over it, because you could see it in some areas where I'd been with the product. Anyway, that's what we did there. And then the next product, which falls into a similar category as the gel trim, is the gloss tire. Now the difference with this one is it's a sprayable product, and I do like these. They do have the time and the place, and this was great for spraying all over the tire wall. It's quite a thick tire wall actually. If you've got real low profile tires, you may find that you're spraying this onto the alloys as well. If you've got a decent sized tire wall, these kind of products are amazing, and they're great if you want to use them as a plastic dressing on honeycomb type grills, things that are a bit awkward to get in there, you know, do one at a time when they're poking your finger in. So anyway, we're using the gloss tire on, well, the tires, and also on the mud flaps to give a nice glossy shine to them. So I did say earlier at the beginning of the video, I get these products to review and send out to you. So what do I think of this? The gel trim, as I said, worked really well. It's a bit more of a natural kind of looking product, so if that's what you're after, then that's what you're going to want here. The gloss tire, well, as it says, it's a glossy finish. Great on tires, but I think it would have been better to have used this on some of the plastic work. But hey, that's hindsight for you. If that's what you want, then gloss tire you can also use on your plastic parts, as I've shown as well by doing the mud flaps with that. I've got a couple more products to use, and then we're going to be finishing off the detail and getting into the garage. And finally, to finish off the car, then we're going to be using the Easy Bead sealant. Now this is a classic nano based sealant, so it's not a spray on wax or anything like that. It's just a nano based product. This gives up to 3 months worth of protection, and you can use it on all exterior surfaces like your paintwork, your wheels, your plastic and your windows as well. So all you need to do for this is just do one panel at a time, 1 or 2 sprays, and then using one cloth to apply it, to spread it and buff it on, and then either flip that cloth over to a clean side or use a fresh cloth and buff it off to a nice high shine. Now you can use this either wet after you've washed your vehicle, so simply spray it on the panel one at a time and then rinse off using a pressure washer, or as in my case, use it dry as I've just said a moment ago. Now you may be wondering, what is the difference between applying it wet or dry? Well, wonder no more, make sure you click like and subscribe to this channel. We have a video coming for you in a couple of weeks where we test out the performance of a selection of these kind of products, these sprayable sealants, and seeing if it's better to apply them wet or dry. And I'll let you know now, the results are rather interesting and probably not what you're going to expect. Anyway, let's have a look at some afters of this car. As I said, this car is going to be up for sale this car is up for sale, and if it is still listed for sale by the time I've released this video, I'll put the link in the description below. So I'll have a look at some afters, we'll jump into the garage and let you know what I think. So that's the detail all done then, guys. I think it's probably the hottest day of the year so far. Luckily I had no problems with any of the products whatsoever. So we use the pre-wash first, worked really well, and that practically cleaned the wheels, to be fair. And then the bleeded iron with some snow foam on top. It wasn't all that contaminated actually with iron. The one that really surprised me was Gloss Bathe. 1 to 2 capfuls, it says, in a bucket of water. 1 to 2 capfuls is not a lot, but that did really well, and I was even able to top up the bucket and still have plenty of suds. So I'm out of breath. Extremely economical. Easy bead, I'm going to test that probably tomorrow with a bit of water on the car, which is getting picked up in the morning. Gloss tyre, a sprayable tyre dressing. I do like these, and especially for like grills and plastic trim work where it's just easier and faster to use that. I use a Berry Quick and the gel trim. Because of the temperature, this almost turned into a liquid, but very good. The rubbers and the rear spoiler just suck this up. I might apply another coat of that tomorrow. So yeah, thanks very much to Jay at Juicy Details for sending these out. I should have tried them a lot sooner. I can't believe it's taken so long, to be honest. And I've actually interviewed him once, maybe twice at Waxstock. So if you're interested in Juicy products, obviously you can visit him direct at juicydetails.co.uk, I think. Also, a lot of resellers supply and stock his product. I think Clean and Shine is one of those. So I'll put links to them below as well. So go over there, check him out, check his products out. Really good. Oh, and also this product. Air freshener. I've not used this, I have had a sniff of it. Vegas Nights air freshener. I just love that. Cracking marketing ploy. It smells like strippers' knickers. Maybe not. But anyway, yes. If you've enjoyed this, as always, don't forget to smash that like button. And as always, I'll put a link up here as well where you can subscribe to this channel and a couple of videos down below. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.